Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are an old friend, then welcome back. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel. And I am just going to get right into it today. This was my fortune. It says, in due time, you will be financially comfortable. That was actually just what I needed to hear today. So thank you, universe. Also, I found this deck of cards in my brother's things. And it comes with a nice little book. So, I thought, what fun it might be to use these cards today. So, here we go. We're going to start out with these cards and see what the universe wants to tell us today. All right, we have We Are One. Quaking Aspen, page 128. Create Space, Raspberry, page 60. And Ripple Outward, Self-Heal, page 40. So, let's start with We Are One, page 128. All right, here's the page. It says, we are one, quaking aspen, populous, tremoloids. Despite the trembling of her leaves, aspen isn't really scared. How do I know? Because deep underground, all the aspens hold hands. To our eyes, aspen trees are individuals, but in their roots and hearts, they're one. Oh my goodness. This is so like, just how I'm feeling right now, right? Okay, so like the angels, right? The independent Nine of Pentacles, working their butts off left and right to bring truth and justice to the world at the expense of everything material in their lives. And yet, their roots, they have roots, and they run deep. But it is in the spiritual that they are rooted and not the world. And we are all one. Spiritually, we are connected. All right, moving on. This is not mere metaphor. Aspens grow in what's called a colony. A clonal colony. Okay, sending out underground suckers to find a lovely spot to sprout a sister tree. Aspen groves are amongst the largest and oldest single organisms on the planet. When you see aspen quivering, it's often with laughter. She giggles gently at the human race who seem to have forgotten that deep in our roots, we too are one. Aspen asks us to root into this sense of connection so we can let go of our fears. All right, let's do Ripple Outward, Self-Heal, page 40. Okay. Ripple Outward, Self-Heal, page 40. Prunella vulgaris. Pretty, pretty prunella, my teacher used to murmur to this tiny flower with fuzzy leaves and a snapdragon face. Prunella, or self-heal, is a wee thing, small in the way of butterflies, whose flapping wings can stir a hurricane half a world away. Like a pebble dropped in a pond, self-heal ripples outward, allowing healing to begin. She reminds you that one properly placed shift, no matter how small, creates concentric circles of effect, each amplifying change. Self-heal knows how to find the center from which all else flows. Ripple out from there. She whispers as she helps you discover the secret of your own true healing. If self-heal appears for you, it's time to drop your pebble in the pool. So I think this is interesting how it ties into the we are one, in that, like, we are all one, and that, you know, individually, we have a voice, we have a perspective, we have a point of view, we have our own journey, our own story, our own trauma, our own things in life that we need to overcome, that we need to heal. And the more of us that recognize that and heal whatever our individual issues are, it helps to strengthen and heal the collective as a whole, because we are one. So in healing yourself, you are helping to heal the collective. And that is the ripple outward. Love it. I love it. This is fun. I'm so glad we did this. Okay. Create space, raspberry, page 60. Okay. This is it. Create space, raspberry, rubus species. Okay. We're going to put that right there. Raspberry is Rose's younger sister, sweet and wild, but also steady-handed. She loves the earth and its smallest creatures, so her ubulant branches twist and crawl, creating nests for birds and sanctuaries for snails, shell rock wee babes, and scurry about with toddlers, rarely give into the gravitas that permeates most members of her family. Laughter floats through her leaves as she flexes and twists. You too can be like this, she says, demonstrating pliability, earned by drinking deeply of mineral-rich soil. Sit with her and she'll share with you the secret of weaving space and creating strong containers for the emptiness that new life needs in order to thrive. When Oh, you have no idea how funny that is. My mother had a speech impediment and she could not say, like, the little red wagon or something like that. And so instead of saying like raspberries, she would have said wasberries. So the fact that I just said that reminds me of my mother, and I think she's here. So thank you for that. When a raspberry appears, look to how you are or aren't nurturing space within. So I'm getting two things from here, and that is that one, you have to empty the old life in order to give room for the new life to come in, right? And it reminds me of this quote from the Bible about not pouring new wine into old wine skins, right? If you want to be rebirthed, if you want to be renewed, right? If you want to be restored, redeemed, all of these things, then you must cleanse inside and out, as above, so below. You need to clear and cleanse your surroundings, and also like your spirit and your mind, and just kind of throw out everything you thought you knew, everything you thought you loved, and realize that there's more, and just let God surprise you with it, right? Because of this, right? Okay. In due time, you will be financially comfortable. So I'm getting that this isn't just like financially comfortable. It's like you will be provided for, kind of thing. Like you will have everything that you need and God will provide it for you. But you have to let go of all the old in order to make room for the new. Okay. Let's see. I think I would like, oh, okay, just also, I'm working on that new deck, and I would love some input from you all on, like what to put on some of the cards, because I have a whole bunch of cards that I can, a whole bunch of blank cards that I can, fill in. And so I've already got some done, but I would really love input from you all. So if you really wouldn't mind putting in the comments any kind of suggestion for a card that you may have that I can use in a future reading, and please do share the video and ask your friends for their input as well, because I just would love it. Okay, so date. And communication. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what this is. I'm leaning towards there's a specific date that you might be getting some communication from spirit or like God, like directly, like direct communication on a certain date, like it's already set. I don't know. What else can you tell us about this? Okay. Okay, so stop, hours, incoming. So something or someone is intending to stop this blessing, right? That we are expecting, right? That's going to help make you more comfortable, okay, right? So what is that about? I'm not exactly sure what this is about either, but this is the cards, and it says children are meant to be protected and bait. So I don't know if this is like a catch a predator kind of thing, or if this is just, like a bad divorce or breakup and somebody's intending on using children in some way, but it's really like bait for their karma. I'm not clear on what that is. Oh, yes. Okay. So this is part of the new deck. It's not done yet by any means, but I am going to have a pretty good, like size here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this deck for right now. And I would love for you to put in the comments anything that you may have to add. Suggestions for what I should put on some of these cards. Absolutely anything at all. Nothing is out of bounds. I may or may not use it, but I definitely want to hear, from you. I want to know what your thoughts are on this. So, okay, we're gonna try and get some more information here from this deck of cards. And this is a lot. So I think we'll try and pull it back. And maybe just do that. Okay. Okay. So this is communication twice. All right. We have communication for Gemini, and we have verbal communication, verbal, signs, telepathic, written, phone, numbers, internet, code. So I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but it's definitely like relevant. kind of getting a side message. I'm not sure if I want to share that though, so I'm going to keep it to myself for right now unless it becomes relevant. Okay, all right. This is definitely better. It's definitely a better message than the one I was just picking up on. So, and this seems more in line with what our current message is. So we're just going to stay on this track. Okay, so we have the communication on a specific date, right? We have ley lines, energy grid, blueprint, stop hours incoming. Somebody somewhere gives a shit. Okay. Let's just take bait out of it entirely, okay? Children are meant to be protected, period. You know, this whole we are one quaking aspen thing, children are included in that. No matter how small, they are part of the collective. And they are most certainly the ones that need love and protection the most. So I think that there's a message here about what's incoming, but we need to stop and take a moment to make sure that there is an outgoing message as well. So I'm going to take a moment to send my thoughts and prayers to all the children all over the world that need protection right now that aren't getting it, and all of those who needed protection when they were children and didn't get it. I want to send them the love. I want them to feel my energetic hug, to let them know that they are not alone, that they are loved, and that someone somewhere gives a shit. If you are someone somewhere who gives a shit about what these children have had to go through, not even knowing what it is, just knowing that there are sad, lonely, scared children out there somewhere that need protection, and send them your love and give them your energetic protection, and ask that God release them from whatever it is that is holding them back, and allow them to live the good, happy lives that they deserve. Now, the other part of this message is absolutely that someone or something, there's an entity, maybe some kind of institution that is trying to coven, whatever, stop hours incoming. Like I said, you know, they want to stop our blessings from coming in. Why? Maybe they think that if they can, then they'll somehow be able to like intercept them or keep them, or I don't know what. But there's something important about the day, the time, the place, and like the energetic ley lines, you know, and the communication that is coming. This may be, some people might see it as like a massive outage. But I'm seeing it as a massive message. A message is going to be sent in some way, shape, or form. It is going to be relevant to the ley lines, the natural energetic grid or blueprint of the earth. And communication is going to be given and received in some way, shape, or form. It may be, telepathic, it may be verbal, it may be, messages over the internet or, whatever. But something is going to happen. So let me see if I can get more on this date. What, Spirit, help me out here. What is this date? What is this about? Why is this relevant? Please give us some truth and clarity in whatever way, shape, or form you can, and I will do my best to interpret the message. Sorry, I got some cards mixed up in there. Okay. I'm not exactly sure. I cannot be entirely sure. But we have 45 here. So I'm thinking that this may have something to do with Trump, especially given recent events. So I'm not sure what message might be coming through from Trump or to Trump or about Trump or relevant to Trump in some sort of way. But it's very possible that that is relevant. And then we have L, which is actually like in the Bible, like one of the names for God or something. So God. Okay. And then 8/14. So possibly like maybe August 14th. I am not aware yet of any particular like celestial events that are going to be occurring around that period of time. If you are, please do share in the comments. I always find it helpful, to like share resources and information. So if you know, please do leave that in the comments for, myself and everyone else. And I may look into that a little bit further over the next few days while I have some time. But I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Is there anything else that you know what else? Okay. All right. See that E, fifth house, Leo. 8/14. I'm pretty sure that is that's in Leo. All right, so we have sun, fun and games, pleasure, play, hobbies, casual sex, entertainment, and first child. So whatever this message is may have something to do with any of these things. Whatever message is going to be coming out, maybe. Given some of the other information in this reading, if I had to guess at what the content of this message might be, especially given if we're talking about Trump, I would say that there might be a message coming to like mass communication around August 14th from Trump about like child predators, okay, about like child trafficking. I don't know beyond that. And I'd say that that is most likely going to be some of the content of that message. what is stop ours incoming? What is that? Why is that here? What does that mean? Okay. All right, I'm just going to show you real quick, and then I'm just going to take another minute to meditate on it. We have the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So I asked about stop hours incoming. So freedom. So it's like, okay, so we have freedom incoming, and they want to stop it. And they intend on doing this, or have been doing this already, with a Five of Swords, you know, conflict, disagreements, bullying, theft, abuse, winning at all costs. Right? Okay, so they want a Queen of Cups to be in the Three of Swords. Heartbroken, suffering, grieving, emotional pain, loss, betrayal, disloyalty, delays. They want to delay this Queen of Cups freedom. Freedom from a marriage, or freedom to choose a marriage, maybe. To choose her own future. So a Queen of Cups has an incoming freedom. And somebody somewhere wants to stop this or delay this Queen of Cups right to choose their own future. And air travel, that could be the communication, especially since it's the Eight of Wands, like in the 8th month, communication in the 8th month, like messages back and forth, or one big message about, no, there's going to be lots of it. I'm getting that, like, there's going to be one massive, like, communication, and then there's going to be, like, a lot of communicating back and forth after that. Why is the Five of Swords here? Abusive relationships. Maybe about abused children? I don't know. Okay, so we have Page of Wands again. Freedom. And the Empress. It's like, okay. Okay, so we have like macro scale and micro scale. Like we have an individual. I'm getting this Queen of Cups as like a particular individual. And then like, so the Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups, it's like an individual or even many individuals, okay? Like being attacked separately and individually, right? But then we have the Page of Wands and the Empress, and this is like the group as a whole. It's like, okay, I get it. It's like they're attacking the individuals, the singularities, right? in order to attack the group as a whole. Because like we started out in the beginning, we are all one. We're individuals, but we're all one. And when one heals, we all heal. And they're trying to prevent this healing from happening one by one in order to hold back the whole group. And it's all about the mothers and the children. Why? Who is doing this? Let's start with that. Who is doing this? Who is trying to hold these things back? I am getting coven from this. 3 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. It's a group of people who have, you know, a little bit of magic, a little bit of foresight, right? Who know how to use the wand, okay? And they're working really, really hard because they feel like it's a good investment. What more can you tell me about who is holding these empresses and queens back? I'm not getting another answer to that question. It's more of like a side answer to another question that I haven't asked yet. So I asked who's doing this. They're avoiding answering that question. But what they want you to know, what they want us to know, is that there is someone in a position of authority who is defending the truth and taking action and being brave and driven to succeed. This could possibly represent Trump or an organization of some kind. Maybe law enforcement. Okay? So law enforcement is on it, basically, right? Okay? And there's 6 of Wands, victory. 6 of Swords, transition, moving on, ending, moving on to calmer waters, and 10 of Swords. So like painful, permanent, done, ending, right? Okay. Wounds. So for some, this is going to be, it's an ending either way. And for some, the victims, it's going to result in them being able to move on and be victors, not victims, and move on to calmer waters and heal. And the people who have done this are going to have painful, permanent endings. This is not the message that I was expecting to receive, but it is a pretty powerful message, and it's pretty clear, and it just kind of came out of nowhere. So I hope that this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope that if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time. And I hope that if you haven't already, you will please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the video and or the channel. And I have one thing left to do, and that is our 432 megahertz tuning to the truth. If you are not a Trump supporter, I hope that this has not offended you. It's just the message that I was receiving, and it may or may not come to pass. You know, if I'm wrong, come August 14th, come back and let me know.